And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
And the starting group for Chicago. Ivica Zubac's out there with Bol. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Barnes. Bol finds Antetokounmpo. Outside Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Utah grabs the miss. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
No one was surprised last year when they won their season series against this team. And most people expect this to be a repeat of that, too.
Well, possibly. Every year brings something new. This first meeting should tell us a lot.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 9 points for him in his last game. Bol, pass to Barnes. Murray against Antetokounmpo. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
Well, Jamal Murray, we know, is one of the elite shot makers in the game, and his passing is much improved as well. Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And the Jazz haven't been past the second round since 2007. Now trying to build a contender.
Well, B.A., they know in the West that's a tall order. They got to be patient and build this thing from the ground up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
Chicago shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. Good on both.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
This one for 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
The setup from Murray is key there. He's looking for the best shot, whether it's for himself or a teammate.
Antetokounmpo surveys. The floater. And it's good on the lay-in.
So graceful with the teardrop.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Barnes. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Murray. Antetokounmpo. That's good.
Well, that's the touch of Giannis. We've seen it improve so much over his career.
Antetokounmpo against Murray. For 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Chicago trailing here. And here is Antetokounmpo. Into the lane. Tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Dribble moves shouldn't be that easy for a player with Giannis's length. They should make them illegal.
Right wing. The 3 is up. And the three-pointer goes.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Denied by Tatum.
Outstanding defense from Tatum. You know he can protect the rim. You love that from a wing.
Murray up top. Antetokounmpo covering. 4 on the clock. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Hasn't taken him any time to get into a groove. 3 or 4 to start things off.
Barnes feeling it out a bit. Pass to Bol. Bol, a screen on Murray. Back to Bol. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Marshall, he's checked in for Utah. Matthews comes in for Murray. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Chicago. Here's Matthews. Barnes with the rebound. The Bulls have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
That's too easy for Antetokounmpo. This D's going to have to push him further from the basket.
Here's Matthews. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Give him 8. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Well, that's one of the advantages of putting Giannis in the two-man game. He's a great passer.
Here's Matthews. Yet to see a basket. Here's Tatum. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Barnes with a screen on Tatum. Three-pointer. Here's Zubats. Utah grabs the miss.
Well, credit the defense there. Bothered him enough that he couldn't get it to go down.
Outside Tatum. Here's Matthews. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Knocks it down from distance. 12 points for him.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Antetokounmpo outside. It's Barnes on the wing. Pass to McCollum. Lots of room. And it's good for 2.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Matthews. Still no points. Such a wide open look.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Launches it. Hits the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 1.
A truly unselfish player. You can tell Antetokounmpo enjoys getting his teammates involved, and the coaches love that.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Bulls. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Bull out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Quentin Grimes. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Alberto in at the 5, down low.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
VanVleet with it. Outside Bull. McCollum right side. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And again, no good by Chicago. Utah's gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. Here's Jones, and the dunk by Jones.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Now here's McCollum. Three-pointer, VanVleet. And VanVleet again missing.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Bulls trail by 6. Outside Bull. Back to VanVleet. Can they get it? And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
There's aggressive, and then there's trying to do too much. This scoreless effort is hurting this team.
Count that one. And now an 8-point Jazz lead.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
For the Jazz, Tatum comes in for Johnson, and Jamal Murray is subbed in for Matthews. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Nothing on offense from them yet in this second quarter. Here's Zubac. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
Now here's Murray. 9 points for him in his last game. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. Number 1, the Bulls. In the 3rd spot, Utah.
You know, you really didn't want to send either team to the line if you had any ideas about winning.
Shoot 2.
And he can't get the first one. Marshall, he's checked in for Jones. And the second free throw is good. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Bull. Bull, a screen on Tatum. Here's Antetokounmpo. The 3. Rebound, Utah. Well, Abrinas has got 4 rebounds in the game. Murray with it. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. Murray against Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the break. Pass to Bull. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Bull's got 5.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Here's Abrinas. Takes a step back. Utah moving the ball around. Tatum passes to Malone. Takes the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
Here's Murray after the basket by Chicago. Zubac with the steal. Murray against Antetokounmpo. Over Murray, and again, it's Chicago.
And Antetokounmpo continues to hone his jumper. Those 2 points are the result of his hard work.
Timeout, timeout.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Bryant, he's checked in for Chicago. Barnes comes in for McCollum. Now here's Tatum. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Turner. Utah with another miss.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Here's Bryant, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Bryant's gotten his first bucket of the night. Utah trailing here. Outside Murray. There's the screen by Johnson to get back on track. Utah with another miss. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Zubac. Zubac with a screen on Tatum. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Powerful. He saw an opening and turned it into a highlight reel.
And just sent it down with some force.
I mean, the defense basically gave that one to him.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. 1:25 left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Malone. 5 on the clock. There's Tatum with the three. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 7 rebounds in the game. Zubats with a screen on Tatum. Now Zubats. Vitase covering. Pass to Tatum. From downtown. The Jazz again can't hit.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Antetokounmpo outside. Here's the screen by Bryant. Nails it from beyond the arc. And it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Tatum. To halt the run. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D there from Bryant. Driving inside. Here's Barnes. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Back to the game after this break.
Yeah, they're attacking the paint and forcing the issue.
Yeah, those boys are nasty and physical. A couple of times, I thought the defense...
And next up, here's a look at some of the contenders for the fan-favorite three-point. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bulls leading by 6. We've got Jamal Murray. Goga Bitadze is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Malone in at the 4. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. 5 to shoot. Pounded by Tatum. Nice D from Tatum. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Utah Jazz. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Misses the 3. Well, the Bulls shooting about 56% in this one. Antetokounmpo against Murray. Ooh, it's stolen away. For those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. And it's Chicago with a board. Bulls got 5 rebounds tonight. Chicago leading. And here is Antetokounmpo. 10 points for him. Clock at 6. Tatum with some nice D. Utah's gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Pass to Malone. He's guarded by Barnes. Puts up a 3. Malone can't get it to go.
Well, this is not what they envisioned coming out of the break. Missing their first 3 shots.
Antetokounmpo finds Barnes. To the wing on the left. Bowl, a screen on Bitadze. The 3-ball. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Utah moving the ball around. Shoots from the line. And Goga Bitadze picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Chicago leading by 6. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And coming from the ranks of the small forwards, here are the most locked-in shooters this past month. 5th, Jason Tatum.
And this group does a great job of staying in attack mode. I mean, you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of shooting percentage.
Yeah, as a wing, it can be hard to hit your shots at a high rate. I applaud this group for playing smart basketball.
And that one's good.
Well, their schemes have been effective, and he's been a significant part of their focus.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And they say that leadership starts at the top, Stan. How does great ownership and the front office permeate an organization?
Well, you're absolutely right, B.A. Leadership starts at the top, and the best owners in this league go out and get great people, and then they empower them. They don't micromanage. They get people to work and use their expertise to build the organization.
Well, they get one to drop. A little relief after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Pounded by Tatum. Pass to Bull. Bull, a screen on Murray. Back to Bull. From behind the arc. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists tonight.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters. You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Zubac with a screen on Tatum. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. And now it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Malone. Rejected by Bull. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Utah making a switch here. Matthews checked in. Chicago leading by 12. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Bull. Bull, a screen on Tatum. Back to Bull. Pass to Barnes. Here's the 3. The rebound by Malone. Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Tatum passes to Matthews. Drives to the hoop. Antetokounmpo with the block.
What timing from Giannis on that block attempt. Makes his move right on cue to deny the rim attack.
Connects from downtown. Antetokounmpo's got 13.
I just love the ball move.
Jazz trail by 15. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
To stop the run. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here's Zubac. Batase covering. Shots blocked. 1:33 left in the third quarter. Left side Tatum from the baseline. And he connects with a jumper.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for Chicago. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Pass to Abrinas. Utah moving the ball around. The 3, just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Antetokounmpo outside. There's McCollum with the 3. Jones grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
To the paint. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Jones has got 6.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
For 3, McCollum. And again, Chicago, no good. Jazz trail by 8. To the right side. to Abrinas. Here's Matthews. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Chicago, finishing the quarter. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up.
Exert yourself by being disciplined.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Utah has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. And so in the game for the Bulls, they've got C.J. McCollum, Thomas Bryant out there with Bull. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Pass to Tatum. That shot, no good.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
VanVleet outside. McCollum right side. Now here's Bull, guarded by Marshall. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Tatum pulls it in.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Abrinas no good. Bulls leading by 8. Scurry passes to Bull. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Good.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And the ball out of play, the Bulls will have it.
Well, that last play pretty much sums up their effort in this one. Not good.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Back to McCollum. Pass to Bull. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
Johnson a screen on Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Murray. Antetokounmpo covering. They kick it out to Murray. Over Antetokounmpo. And another miss by Utah.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Pass to McCollum. Now here's Bull. Hounded by Tatum. Bryant controls the rebound and the putback. And the Bulls lead by 14.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Johnson a screen on Antetokounmpo. The teardrop rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Such a sharp defensive player. Giannis hustles to get his hand on the shot.
Bull screen on Tatum. Pass to McCollum. Beyond the arc. Utah grabs the miss. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Abrinas. McCollum defends. There's Tatum with the 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
With the step back. Outside Bull. 3-pointer. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Now Murray. Here's Johnson. Outside Murray. Shoots a 3. Ooh, it misses.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Now Bull. Bull, a screen on Tatum. Hounded by Tatum. Giannis! And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Well, if you followed Giannis's career, you know how much work he's put into extending his reach.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. For Chicago, Zubats, he's checked in for Bryant, and Scotty Barnes is subbed in for CJ McCollum. And it's Utah with the ball. Malone, pass to Murray. Natase with a screen. 5 to shoot to snap the cold streak. Jams it home!
Great job by Murray reading the defense, giving it up in the pick and roll action.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Barnes. Zubats. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 4 assists now tonight.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Now here's Murray. From deep three-point land. That one doesn't drop. Chicago leading by 20.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year. And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. The rebound by Malone. 24 seconds left in the final quarter. To the inside, Natase. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play. Now here's Barnes. The D's right on him. So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it.
Z, you brought the activity.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
Let's begin Vancouver start. Indoors, the rhythm of the season beginning to set in. Teams are starting to establish their identity.
They're also starting to understand, all right, these are our rotations. The players are now establishing their roles. You are definitely starting to see teams not only hone into their approach, but refine their approach.
So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Sanders. Daniel Gafford is out there with Ori. Then it's Michael Carter-Williams. Ring shot on the way. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And here's Miami. It's a 3-point game. Gafford screen on Jones. 6 on the shot clock. So the wing on the left. This one for 3. And again, it's Miami with a 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Carter-Williams against Jones. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Boy, the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Carter-Williams, the pass to Ori. Heat moving the ball around. Shot's good by Gafford.
Oh, great ball movement there.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Jones, the pass to Curitan. To end the run. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Gafford is screen on Cunningham. And Gafford throws it down.
Well, Daniel Gafford sets a solid screen, gets off it quickly, and gets a bucket.
For Vancouver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Cunningham, left side. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jones. Misses the 3. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Now here's Carter-Williams. Back to Ori. Takes a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. 6 points for him.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
They walked through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
Take a look here at the numbers for Sanders. How he did last season. And he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And he sported some of the quickest hands in the league last year, putting him top 3 in steals. He was consistently all over the basketball. Here's Cunningham. Clock at 6. Inside. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Cunningham, left side. Ori defending. Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Here's Ori. And again, Miami with the triple.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Vancouver trails by 10. Jones, the pass to Curitan. Cunningham looking it over. Raptors need to get a shot off. Şengün with the bucket.
A true monster in the paint, and just under 7 feet. It can be so easy for Şengün to find those baskets.
Now here's Carter Williams. Scoreless thus far. To the paint, and Gafford throws it down.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Curitan.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Cunningham right side. Rebounded by Gafford. The Heat leading by 10. Covered by Cunningham. Pass to Gafford. The Heat need to get a shot off. Sanders. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
What you love about Daniel Gafford, he knows who he is. He's going to be a force in the painted area on both ends. He's going to take high percentage shots, and he doesn't mind the dirty work.
That free throw, no good. Ingram, he's checked in for Vancouver. Beal comes in for Cunningham. And Miami with a change here, too. Martin's checked in for Oregon. And he can't hit the second. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for Vancouver, trailing by 10. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Now here's Carter Williams. Nothing on the board. Pass to Gafford. And here is Carter Williams. Offensive rebound. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
It's Ingram on the wing. Şengün with a screen on Gafford. Ingram attacking. Gafford with the steal. Here's Sanders. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Sanders has got his second basket of the night.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Beal. Pass to Şengün. Sanders with the steal. Carter Williams finds Martin. Martin with a screen on Ingram. And it's Carter Williams in the corner. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Miami with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Miami.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
On the court for Miami here in the second, they've got Smith. Martin is out there with Tisdale. Then there's Davis, and it's Christopher in at the 2. The Heat leading by 16. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Bledsoe. Following the score by Miami. To the middle, stolen by Martin. Smith in the posts, guarded by Bledsoe. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Christopher off the mark there with the three-point shot. Vancouver trails by 18. Pass to Bledsoe. Back to Beal. Pondexter finds Ingram. Here's Leitner. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
Connected to the game. Of course, that's one way to describe Jakob Poeltl.
Well, Poeltl is an exceptional screener. He loves to hit the glass. He's a very physical player. He's everything you want in a big.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
On the court, which line section wants a t-shirt?
We've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend, but, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
And here's Smith after the three-pointer from Bradley Beal. Smith the pass to Ori. And the Heat, another three.
3 points.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
We're real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Cunningham outside. DB, what would you say is the biggest difference between the regular season and the playoffs?
The level of intensity goes to a level that is so different than the regular season, Kevin. I say it all the time. If you walk into an NBA arena in the playoffs, the tension is so palpable, you could almost reach out and touch it.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Sengun's checked in for the Raptors. Jones comes in for Beal. Sanders checked in for the Heat. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for Smith. Raptors moving the ball around. Jones, no one around him. Connects from three-point range.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
Carter Williams, the pass to Orr. Pulls it up. And Jones pulls it down.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
First team foul.
Vancouver trails by 14. Cunningham outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Gutsy stuff in there by Cade.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Cade Cunningham taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Cunningham. And every team is trying to ward off or recover from injuries. So, Doris, how much separation is there with regards to team training staffs?
Now, this is a great question, Kevin, and I think one of the things it highlights is how important every member of your staff is, from your head coach to the assistant coaches down to the training staff. An 82-game season will challenge any medical staff. They are invaluable to your organization.
Here's Ori. 9-point game his last outing. 6 to shoot. Releases. They get it back. And the dunk by Sanders.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Here's Carter Williams. Raptors knocking down the tray. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 18 points for him.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to 11 points with that bucket from Jones.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Pass to Şengün. Here's Cunningham. To the inside. Trying to find Şengün. He gets it to him. Jones, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Raptors. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Şengün throws it down.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Carter Williams, the pass to Orr. Trains the three-pointer. He's got 24.
Yeah, and he made 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, and he just continued to pour them on here in the second.
Cunningham outside. Jones sets the pick for Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Carter Williams with it. From downtown, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Miami, 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
I'm here with Coach Erik Spoelstra. And, Coach, what, if anything, do you think your team could improve on?
Well, the fact that, we had some open shots, so we missed them. We just have to stay the course. We're expecting a big burst from them in this building. We've got to be stable all the way through.
You hope they start to fall. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Hey there, everybody. With the All-Star break on the horizon, let's first have a look at the players vying for a spot in the three-point contest.
A bunch of long-range snipers, cold-blooded. Still a way to go with the selection process, but this is a strong start.
No question. I'd rather play alongside them than against them. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Miami Heat.
The three ball is falling. They've got good momentum. They're set.
And that's a halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Vancouver. It's a 13-point game. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Cunningham is out there with Jones. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Puritan in at the foresight. That's the groove starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt, but it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Fires the three. Vancouver pulls it in.
Well, trying to reply to the three on the other end just doesn't go down for him.
And Doris, what you love about Brandon Ingram, he's the total package.
He is, Kevin, because he's got incredible size, great shot-making ability. He's a three-level scorer, and you can mix his matchup on the defensive end.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. R.J. Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player, he said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. Guys, back to you.
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low. And Şengün throws it down.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
The shot's good from Gafford.
The painted area is the 9-to-5 place of business for Daniel Gafford, doing work right there.
Ori defending, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. The Heat in second.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Covered by Cunningham. Here's Carter Williams. Still without a basket.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Cunningham outside. Lots of room. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
The Heat leading by 10. Gafford is screen on Jones. To the middle. And Gafford throws it down.
Emphatic finishes are becoming routine for Mr. Gafford.
Cunningham outside. Five on the clock. Back to Jones. Fires the three. And Sanders pulls it down. Sanders has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Jones against Carter Williams. The kick out to Cunningham. Pass to Şengün. Miami grabs the miss. Sanders has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ball's knocked loose. In transition, here comes Vancouver. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Raptors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's ready to talk things through with them. And the Heat making a change here. Davis is checked in. The Heat leading by 9. Pass to Ori. And here is Carter Williams. Still yet to score. 4 on the shot clock. They get it back. Sanders' shot is off. Vancouver has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Cunningham gets the bucket.
The shot Cunningham continues to hone. When he's connecting from deep, this offense really opens up.
Cunningham against Davis. Takes it inside. Sanders. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. 10 points for Larry Sanders.
The lead pass is on the money. Make it so easy for your teammate.
Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And again, it's Vancouver with a 3.
Great quarter for the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And so it's Carter Williams. He'll bring up the ball for Miami. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Produced screen on Jones. Carter Williams, the pass to Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Boy, if Daniel Gafford is near the rim, what a vertical threat. What a target for his teammates.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Thursday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And for that matchup against the Rockets, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. Should be a fun one.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ingram's checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Martin's checked in, and Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So it's both teams making substitutions here. .136 left to play in the third. Smith against Jones. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got his second bucket of the night. Vancouver trails by 9. Ingram outside. Pass to Rasmussen. Into the lane. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And don't undersell Ingram's passing. It's a developing part of his game.
Now, Carter Williams. 50 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
The free throw drops for Smith. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy, you can plug in just about anywhere.
In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Raptors have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Now Smith. He has 5. Pass to Tisdale. Back to Smith from outside the arc. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Miami bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for the Heat, we've got Tisdale. He's out there with Martin. Davis is out there with Davis.
Wow, not sure what happened there. Yikes.
Here's Bledsoe. Covered by Martin. They set the pick. Pass to Rasmussen. Great D that time from Davis.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Clock at 6. With the shot. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for Vancouver. They trail by 7. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Driving in. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
Now, this is a powerful ball handler with exceptional quickness. Bledsoe's becoming elite at taking defenders off the dribble.
In transition, here comes Vancouver. Count that one. 1 point in the game.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Pass to Christopher. There's the 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
There's the pick. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Davis. Guarded by Bledsoe. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
In a moment now, quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Heat.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Larry Sanders is checked in for Davis. And it's Ish Smith in for Josh Christopher. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Pass to Pondexter. Now Ingram. Just his first attempt. And he can't bank that one in.
And they continue to control the glass.
To the paint, here's Sanders. And the dunk by Sanders.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Now here is Dellavedova. Ingram at the elbow. Shot to stop the run. Sinks the triple. 24 points for him.
That's his third triple this half, and that's after hitting only one before that.
Smith in the post. Defended by Dellavedova. Pass to Sanders. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün.
At the line for the Heat, Larry Sanders. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good, so both teams making some changes here. Sanders hits them both.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Pass to Curitin. Ori defending. And here is Şengün. Larry Sanders grabs the miss. Sanders has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Carter Williams, the pass to Ori. Fires from deep. Vancouver pulls it in. Curitin's got his 6th rebound on the night.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Pass to Şengün. Gafford with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
No good there. Vancouver trails by 9. Now Cunningham. And he banks the layup in.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
For Miami, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Erik Spoelstra said to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, Allie, thank you. Throws it down. What an assist!
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Vancouver trails by 9.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Buries the deep ball.
This guy is on fire right now. Defense has got to step up and try to disrupt his rhythm.
Sanders with a screen on Jones. Driving the lane. And stolen by Şengün. Gafford with the rebound. The Heat leading by 6. Carter Williams with it. Here is Sanders. And here is Gafford. Crane from outside.
At some point, does the defense decide we need to send more at him? Because right now he is scoring at will.
Ori defending. Now Şengün. Jumper is off. Now Carter Williams. Sanders with a screen on Cunningham. got a piece of it. And again, the turnover by the Heat. 34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
First personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 8.
Number 20.
And so he makes both from the line. Now here's Carter Williams. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 5 to shoot. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home.
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's out. LaForce. Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Moses Brown. Williams is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Pollard in at the 4-man position.
The game of Mitchell is more about putting up points, but Donovan can dish too.
Brown, a screen on Barrett. Simmons, the pass to Brown. Robinson with it. Guarded now by Williams. Takes a 13-footer, and that's good. His first bucket of the game. A good chunk of the season is past us now, Grant. I'd imagine the wear and tear is adding up for some players.
Yeah, it varies from guy to guy. You know, vets are usually dealing with something just from playing so many years. But, B.A., the rookies, they're learning now what it takes to be in NBA condition.
Here's Barrett, following the score by Golden State. Pass to Monroe. Outside Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Free throw line jumper. The rebound by Ben Simmons.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Williams finds Simmons. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Pollard. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Shot is good by Barrett.
This is the kind of playmaker Barrett is capable of being. Perfect use of the screen and roll.
Williams on the wing, fires from deep, and he buries his first look.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Suns have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. And RJ, you grew up in Phoenix. I imagine still a lot of connections in this neck of the woods.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to win a state title in high school in this building right here. Look, some of the people still work here. Then I played my college ball just a few hours away in Tucson. They're down.
Shot is good. Pollard
just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Robinson. Sinks that one from the post.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Phoenix this year.
Last year, these two gave us a very entertaining season series, splitting the games.
And we're watching two teams looking to make that next step. They want to break out of the middle of the pack, prove they can do some damage.
Rivers is checked in for the Suns.
Number 1, Austin Rivers.
For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Pass to Barrett. Warriors with the rebound, coming off a win against the Hornets.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
And so it's Phoenix with it, following the score by Golden State. And here's Robinson. Let's go with a 3. He drops it from range. Robinson's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Inside, shot clock at 6. Here's Pollard. Brown gets the bucket.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Rivers. No points so far. Barrett can't hit. Williams on the wing. Robinson defending. Williams looking around. Simmons against Barrett. Goes up on the wing. And it's Simmons missing. The Suns have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Outside Barrett. Gets a very good look and converts.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Changes for Phoenix. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Ross in for Rivers. Here's Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
Parker outside. On the wing, Snell. Outside, Williams. Cranes the triple. Williams has got 6 points.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
The Warriors leading. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with the head coach for the Suns. We talked about how Kristaps Porzingis can warp a defense with his shooting. He said, quote, when they post him outside and go 5 out, it stretches a team. We'll need to adjust by closing out and rotating faster than we're used to. Hopefully that helps us against what they're trying to do. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Ross. Pass to Monroe. And a nice finish on the layup. Monroe's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Parker outside. There's the triple. And it's Phoenix for the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On the wing, Snell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 6 to shoot. Parker outside. From outside the arc. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Barrett. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Rejected by Brown. Down low. Stolen by Ross. The 3, Barrett. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Warriors ahead. They lead by a bucket. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
And so in the game for the Warriors, Kevin Porter is out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Moses Brown, and it's Pollard in at the 4 slot. Now here's Parker. Pass to Simmons. Outside Porter. Brown with a screen to the middle. And Brown with the stuff.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Now here's Barnes. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Robinson can't hit.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Pass to Simmons. Parker, a screen on Ross. Back to Porter. Launches a 3. Hopefully with a rebound. Suns trail by 4. To the paint. Here's Robinson. Misses from close range. Golden State has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Simmons with the bucket.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. All right, let's have a look at the league's most disruptive defenders at the small forward position. The guys with the most steals per game over the past month. Harrison Barnes is second.
The aggressiveness he brings to the defensive end is fantastic. Takes pleasure in making things difficult for the opposition and grabbing steals.
Now here's Mitchell. No made baskets yet. Zizic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
It goes on Moses Brown.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
That one misses. Everyone has their opinion on the game, and some fans believe too many threes are being taken.
Well, teams are going to do what wins games. As far as the aesthetics of the game, does the league office want to make an adjustment? We'll just have to wait and see.
And he's good on the second. The Warriors lead by 5. Up top, Brown. Fires the 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. They set the screen. 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. And the Suns miss again.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Right side, Simmons. Pass to Pollard. Robinson with a steal. Takes a 3. Fires in the triple. Robinson's got 8.
We talk about the importance of shooting while in rhythm. He feels confident doing this from downtown on the break.
Simmons finds Brown. Williams from long range. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
Now here's Robinson. Give him 8 points now.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Williams passes to Brown. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Simmons with the bucket. He has 6.
Great sign for this team. When Simmons is making shots outside the key, he pretty much is unstoppable.
Outside Robinson. Back to Mitchell. The Warriors pull it in. Brown's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Simmons. Brown, a screen on Robinson. The 3 is up. Pure from 3-point range. And now it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. checked in for Phoenix. Barrett comes in for Robinson. Snell, he's checked in for the Warriors. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Suns. It's a 10-point game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, talking about players getting traded, Warriors coach Steve Kerr said it's the hardest part of this business. You build relationships, and then all of a sudden, people are gone. We ask players to be loyal and give everything for the team, but then they might get shipped out. It's hard to reconcile. Back over to you.
All right, Allie. Thanks a lot. Shot is up. Can't nail the jumper. Phoenix has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And there's a pick. Pass to Pollard. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Pollard's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. They just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now here's Mitchell. He's scoreless. Rejected by Brown.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
Pass to Snell. Here's Barnes. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
That's a good way to shrink the deficit. Strong defense turns into easy offense.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Phoenix making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Parker's checked in.
One shot.
Warriors lead by 7. Outside, Brown. Back to Williams. And out of bounds. The Suns will take it. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. The Suns in 2nd.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Monroe's checked in for Barnes. There's 48 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Out to the right wing. Pass to Barrett. From 17, it's rebounded by Golden State. Brown's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Here's Mitchell, following the score by Golden State. Here's Robinson from the arc, and it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
That's his 2nd triple of the quarter and 3rd of the game. Keep building.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Check by Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's the Golden State Warriors leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Kerr. And Steve, what's your assessment of that first half of play and any changes in mind?
Well, we'll see. We have to adjust during the game if we see something that's hurting us. But I thought the defense was pretty solid overall, and we'll see how it goes from here.
Okay, more of the same. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the 3rd quarter here on 2K Sports.
Hey folks, let's kick this halftime show off by checking out the Players of the Week. Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
He's been doing big things down in the paint, using his size and power to just flatten out the competition, outworking anyone who tries to challenge him. This is what I like to see.
there's really not much more you can ask for from your big man.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Warriors.
This is where your ball movement really helps you. Against this defense, you cannot afford to just be stagnant.
Kenny, that's a good game plan.
That's it, Chad? That's your full analysis?
Okay, good game plan, Kenneth.
Okay, then. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've got R.J. Barrett. He's out there with Mitchell. And it's Robinson in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Barrett against Simmons. Williams a screen on Barrett. And there's a 3-second violation. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors. On Monday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Damian Lillard and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, that one will be the 7th on the season for them. The team will still be looking to improve each time they take the floor.
Outside Barrett. No good on the 3.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Simmons. That one goes in. Simmons has got 8 points.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Outside Barrett. They set the pick from deep. Knocks down the long J.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They've led by as much as 10. 6 on the shot clock. Brown, a screen on Mitchell. There's the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Robinson. 4-3. A rebound by Pollard. Pollard's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Out left to the wing. And there's the screen. Again, the Warriors score. Suns trail by 7. Outside Mitchell. Releases. And there's Barrett on the assist by Mitchell. Timeout. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
All right, everybody, it's time to make some noise for your breaker dance group.
Warriors lead by 5. Pass to Brown. Check by Mitchell. They set the pick. Banked it in off the glass. He's got 10.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Now here's Barrett.
and just wasn't able to set up in time.
Number 8. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Phoenix with it. They trail by 7. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
And out of bounds, the Warriors will take it. And great rebounding from your small forward can be such a difference maker. So let's see who in that position has run the boards over the last month. The Warriors lead by 7. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Pollard. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. These are his first free throws of the game. Good on the second one. And here's Mitchell. Still without a bucket. Check by Mitchell. Outside Simmons. Shot clock at 5. Drills it from deep. He's got 13.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Suns trail by 11. Outside Barrett. Pass to Monroe. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Phoenix shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. Rivers is checked in for Phoenix.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And he gets it to go.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
The 3, Barrett, hauled in by Brown.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Pass to Simmons. Over to the left wing. He's feeling it. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Here's Rivers. No points yet. The 3, Barrett. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
After doing nothing from beyond the arc in the first half, he has turned things around.
Outside Simmons. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Simmons.
Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Get on your feet and give them one welcome.
Suns making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. And Golden State also making a switch. Parker, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. This season, new broadcasting deals are kicking in for the NBA. Commissioner Silver said we dramatically increased the number of primetime broadcast exposures to a level almost unthinkable from my early days in the league. In fact, the NBA is now set for basically nightly national broadcasts. Back over to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. Here's Pollard. He has 7. Pass to Brown. Monroe grabs the miss.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
There's the screen. Here's Barrett. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Guarded by Barrett. Back to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer off the mark. Suns trail by 11. Outside Barrett. Robinson for 3. Offensive board. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Making the most of that possession. Unwilling to give up on the play.
Guarded by Barrett. To the left wing. Fires for 3. Monroe grabs the miss.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Bounces high off the rim and drops. Barrett's got 10 points in the quarter.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Parker outside. Here's the pick to win the drought. And again, no good by Golden State. Now here's Barrett. He's got 16. Puts up a deep 3. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cuts.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Warriors lead by 7. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. Ben Simmons is out there with Johnson. Then it's Moses Brown, and it's Parker in at the 3 spot. Brown, a screen on Mitchell. Johnson for 3. He can't get it to go. And the Suns shooting 41% in this game. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Mitchell's got his first points of the night.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Now here's Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. Can't get it to drop.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Wow, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
First one falls for him. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. And he can't hit the second. Suns trail by 6. Here's Barnes, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Williams is checked in for the Warriors. Porter Jr. comes in for Johnson.
At the line for your Suns,
and that one misses. The Warriors lead by 4. Williams finds Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Porter, the pass to Simmons. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell on the take. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And the Suns making a change here. Monroe's checked in. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Clock at 4. Here's Mitchell. Ooh, Mitchell just muscling his way in.
Some guys can panic a little bit when the shot clock's winding down. Not Mitchell. Calm as can be.
Outside Simmons. Check by Mitchell. Fires from the wing. And that one is right through the heart. And the Warriors lead by 6.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Robinson, he's checked in for Phoenix. R.J. Barrett comes in for Ross. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside Barrett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Simmons. Barrett can't hit. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They've led by as many as 14. Brown with a screen. Simmons, the pass to Brown. Yep, that one's good.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in, coming off that pick.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Free throw good. Brown. And the timeout called here by Jordan Ott. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Simmons. To the left side wing. Brown. Great positioning on the putback. And that's a double-double for him now.
Oh, just great energy. Stayed with the play all the way through.
Outside Robinson. There's a screen. Shot to stop the run. Buries it from 3.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now here's Barrett.
Ben Simmons. Second personal foul.
And he makes a first. Richard, when you look at career longevity for NBA players, has LeBron shifted what we thought was possible?
No doubt. It's made fans more critical of guys that are on the decline. But ultimately, guys start to decline around 32, 33 years old. That is normal.
Puts it up. Can't get it.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
It's because he's reading where the shots are going and getting to the right position. Just outworking everyone early on the glass.
He takes it in. That one's in there.
I think Barrett is at his best as a slasher going downhill.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Barrett against Simmons. Here's the pass to Brown. Here's Simmons. Stripped away. Outside Mitchell. Now Barrett. He gets the first, and that trims the lead to 6. And Barrett drops them both.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They've led by as many as 14. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Barrett against Simmons. Jacks up a 3. The free ball is down.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys go contact, they're just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Simmons. Oh, it's off target. Suns trail by 4. Barrett up top. Outside Robinson. Clock at 6. Mitchell outside. Tries it from 16. Count it!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Now the Warriors with it. The lead is 2. Simmons against Barrett. Ball stolen.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
Now here's Barrett. 5 on the clock.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
15.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one drops. He ties it up.
Oh, tremendous composure at the line to tie things up and give them a shot at overtime.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Now Simmons. They could win it. Oh, the long ball, no good. Time expires. We're going to overtime. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. We've got Donovan Mitchell. He's out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Robinson in at the 3. Here's Monroe. Shot clock at 6. Barrett fires. Yes, sir. It's the jumper.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now here's Simmons. And stolen by Barrett. He's got a clear path. And that's an easy 2. Gotta love the breakaway opportunity there.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Barrett outside. Mitchell outside. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up the tray. Here's Robinson. Here's Monroe. Barrett misses the 3.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And out of bounds. The Suns will take it.
Oh no, that was a huge turnover. That cannot happen at this point in the game.
Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from deep. Not what they need this overtime. From downtown.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Number 8. 5th personal foul. First team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. The Warriors shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Outside Simmons. Brown, the screen on Barrett. Simmons! Shot's no good. Huge moment here.
Have to stay calm in these situations.
Now Barrett. Cashes it in!
This is why R.J. Barrett went 2nd overall. He could be a difference maker.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
They don't want to waste time here. If they can score fast enough, they can go back on D and try to get a stop instead of having to foul.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Huge free throws there to pad the lead, trying to close that door.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Ben Simmons, 4th personal foul, 3rd team foul. At the line for your Suns, Greg Monroe, taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 9-point game here.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
Williams fires. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. So Phoenix wins it. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much, guys. Marcus, your competitive spirit is infectious. Talk about what you bring to this team.
Just a spark. You know, we get a little stagnant on the offensive end. Got to get in and move it. You know, I'm coming in, I'm driving, penetrating, finding guys. And, you know, you got a guy that can facilitate and find guys. You know, it gets them feeling good. Then they start making shots, playing defense, and things start falling. You know, that's always missing, just that little energy.
You got it. Thanks, Marcus.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, R.J. Barrett.
We know these two teams rack up the assists. Here we go. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got John Collins. He's out there with Donaldson. Chris Dunn is out there with Porter. Now here's Dunn. Pass to Porter. Shot clock at 5. And there it is for him.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Cavaliers. Gobert with a screen for Brogdon. Here's Fernando. And he gets it to go from the corner. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Dunn passes to Porter. Back to Dunn. Pass to Donaldson. 6 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
76ers foul. James Donaldson, first team foul.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Christopher. Just 5 on the clock. Over Porter. Christopher, no good. He's guarded by Cooper. Brogdon against Dunn. Porter in the corner. Hands it from downtown. And this game is tied up now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Brogdon. Here's Fernando. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's Dunn. Here's the screen. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003, soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
You can't have a better start than that, connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
Pass to Christopher for 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Brogdon's got his 3rd assist on the night. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Dunn dishes to Porter. Brogdon against Dunn. Just 5 to shoot. Collins in the post. A shot missing. Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Christopher the pass to Brogdon. Stolen by Collins. To the inside. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Shot clock at 6. Brogdon inside the line. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Now here's Porter. Left side Collins. Gobert pulls it in. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. He's checked in for Cleveland. Morris comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. The 76ers trail.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Done outside. Pass to Griffith. Jones looking for an opening. Shot clock at 5. Griffith passes to Jones. Another miss by Philadelphia. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Fernando. Out to the right wing. There's a screen. From the stripe. It's rebounded by Donaldson.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Jones kicks to Dunn. Back to Jones. Dunn outside. Misses and the dry spell continues. Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 from deep so far in this game. Driving to the basket. Morris outside. Pass to Cooper. Over in the corner, Reddish. Gobert the pass to Fernando. Buries it down low. Fernando's got 6. 43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, Jones. Back to Dunn. 5 on the clock. Here's Griffith. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
3.
And it's all knotted up.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
The offensive rebound. Gobert the pass to Fernando. And the rejection by Collins. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
.12 seconds left in the first quarter. Tice kicks to Crawford. 6 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Reddish, no good on the 3. It's a tie game here in Cleveland. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist totals. This is a great start offensively.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Chris Dunn huddling out there with Tony Battie. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Griffith in at the shooting guard. Pass to Reddish. No good from outside.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Battie can't hit. Cavaliers shooting 40% from the field. Schrempf passes to Brogdon. Back to Schrempf. Over Porter. And the basket by Schrempf. Schrempf's got his first basket of the night.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Donovan Mitchell can put up points, but he's sacrificing some of that to get his teammates going. He said, quote, "For me, it's about balancing, picking my spots, picking my games, empowering everybody. But sometimes I've got to go do what I'm paid to do." Guys?
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Tice, no good.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
Griffith passes to Dunn. Down low. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Let's see those moves. Get down.
can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-'90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys, like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there, reclining fully right next to you.
Here's Dunn after Cleveland got the three-pointer. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Brogdon. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
Dunn finds Porter. From past the arc, bangs home the trifecta. He's got 8. Dives back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Pass to Schrempf. Banked in off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
And so here's Cleveland. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Pass to Christopher. Now Gobert. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Gobert's got the game tied up here for Cleveland. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Nuggets.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, it was almost like they were lethargic at times. The urgency just wasn't what it needed to be.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Fernando's checked in for the Cavaliers. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Malcolm Brogdon is second.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
On defense, the Cavaliers. Here's Porter. And he makes good on the layup. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Right wing. Here's Christopher. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Now here's Porter. 8 points for him. Jacks up a three. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
Brogdon against Dunn. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Fernando, that's good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Dunn dishes to Porter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
He's guarded by Cooper. Here's Donaldson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question. It's become something that's a priority for teams now. And I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
Ah, that's terrific. Morris is checked in for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers trailing. Over to the wing. Here's Christopher. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Christopher's got 7 now in this quarter. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Drops in the tray. And the 76ers lead by 3.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Down against Morris. Here's Christopher. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Steps back. Dunn against Morris. Dunn, the bounce pass. Just 5 on the clock. Over Morris. Dunn misses.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
Here he goes. Here's Cooper. On the wing, Morris. Over Dunn. Not as good in the 76ers lead. He's cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Morris. 76ers are gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Dunn looking over the floor. To the middle. It's stolen by Gobert. Now Cleveland moving it up. They now take the lead. Christopher's got 18 points.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Pass to Dunn. Fires for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers ahead, up by 2. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm alongside Coach Nick Nurse, and I know you're not too happy with the execution at the defensive end. What needs to be cleaned up?
Yeah, we're making some mistakes on some of the switches. We're making some mistakes on some of the weak side. And then when we did get them to miss a couple, they tipped them right back in. So lots to clean up there.
Okay, it'll be a tough halftime speech from Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
You know, for Philadelphia, they're frustrated, and you can understand their frustration. They were expected to be good this year. Their fan base was fired up, but it just hasn't come together.
And next up, let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, who seem pretty well matched in their game.
What's impressed me, Ernie, is the ball movement. You need to make that extra pass to get good looks.
Assists have been key for them. I'm sure they'd like to replicate that down the stretch. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The 76ers trail. They've got Cooper. He's out there with Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Porter, no luck. The Cavaliers shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Christopher, no good. Philadelphia shooting so far very efficient. All around, about 55%. Out to the wing. Done outside. 3-pointers off the mark.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Done outside. Outside Porter. Here's Donaldson.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Locked in the pass to Fernando. It's rebounded by Donaldson. Donaldson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Porter, back to Dunn. Pass to Collins. Lets it go from deep. The shot misses. Good D by Brogdon.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
And a great shot from Brogdon. He's definitely a threat from that area.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Let's give it up for your Cavs powerhouse dance team.
Take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Dunn kicks to Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So, Tim, here's a word you often hear teams talk about. And that's culture. How does an organization create the right culture?
Well, I think, Kevin, you establish core values and then you make those non-negotiable. When everybody connects with that and connects to those values, you really have something special.
Holding on to the rope and pulling in the same direction.
That's what it's all about.
Good on both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
For Gobert. Some last season stats for him. And one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim. And he always hustles to get there. Cleveland leading by 3. Pass to Cooper. Here's Christopher. Sinks the three-pointer. Christopher's got 21.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Dunn finds Porter. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Now, here's Brogdon. 5 points in the game. Count it. Christopher's got the lead up to 6 now for Cleveland.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
Dunn outside. 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. 7 for 9 now with that miss. Now shooting 78% from the floor.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. Oh, great finish there from Gobert. Like seeing him be aggressive down low.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside, Porter. Dunn outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Another miss by Philadelphia.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Gobert with a screen for Brogdon.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Gobert, the pass to Christopher. Back to Gobert. Pocket 6. Outside to Brogdon. Gobert can't hit. The 76ers trail by 8. Dunn left side. Pass to Collins. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. 18 feet out. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
They could use a bucket. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Donaldson's got 4 points this quarter. 1:42 left here in the third quarter. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. And Cleveland making a change here. Reddish is checked in. Jones checked in for Philadelphia. Poked away. Stolen by Jones. Here's Donaldson, defended by Gobert. And yes, it's good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Jones against Cooper. 5 to shoot. Pass to Reddish. Launches a 3. Collins grabs the miss. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Donaldson. Dunn outside. Back to Jones. Over Cooper. Jones, no luck. Cavaliers are going to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Gobert pulls it in.
He was torching them from deep in the first half, but he has not made one here in the second.
Pass to Christopher. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Dunn outside. And the shot goes in. Dunn's got his second bucket tonight.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Doesn't go that time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Cavaliers lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the 76ers. Tony Battie is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. Then it's Chris Dunn. And it's Griffith in at the shooting guard position. Here's Griffith. Plumlee with the screen. A three-pointer, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
On against Brogdon. Schrempf a screen on Dunn. 6 on the shot clock. Brogdon. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Dunn outside. Off target with his 3.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Brogdon outside. Here's Crawford with the 3. And it's Porter with the ball for the 76ers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Three-pointer. The 76ers again can't hit it.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Monday, it'll be the Golden State Warriors coming into town. Then on Friday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento.
And you know for that matchup with Charlotte, it will be the 9th bit of action for them during this young season. Every game a step closer to the finish line.
No good on the free throw. So both teams changing it up here. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Cleveland leading by 4. Brogdon scanning the floor. A 3-ball. The shot, no good. 76ers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Inside, Porter kicks to Dunn. Out to the right wing. The shot's good from Plumlee.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
He is in attack mode every time up the floor, every single night.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Schrempf. And Philadelphia also making a switch. John Collins, he's checked in for Mason Plumlee. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Coach was blunt with his assistant. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Now, here's Porter. Collins, a screen on Cooper. To the paint to tie it up. The kick out to Porter. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Pass to Christopher. That shot off. Done with some nice D. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. Cooper against Dunn. Here's Fernando. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gobert. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And we know Gobert has the size. He's now adding to his moves on the interior.
That one misses. The 76ers trail by 3. He nails it, and we're tied up. He's got 24.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Here's Fernando. Knocked loose. Pass to Cooper. Here's Christopher. The 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Done outside. Launches from deep. And good! From way outside, it's in!
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Gobert with a screen on Porter. Rebounded by Collins.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Done outside. Now Porter. Just 5 to shoot. He drills the 3.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Here's Christopher.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
It's the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
At the line for Cleveland, Christopher.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
He's guarded by Cooper. Shot clock at 6. Jumper is off. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball. Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
Look, I understand you want to fight for the basketball, but you also have to be smart about it.
Oh, what an assist, leading him to the bucket.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing. He's been way off the mark in this second half, just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Now Porter. And down goes the 3.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. Got it to go off the glass. So the 76ers win it. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty...
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that's going to do it tonight.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting... Grant, we've got a treat tonight. These are two of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah, B.A., you know, one thing they have in common, they make smart decisions with the ball. And, of course, they know how and when to attack. I think we'll get some high IQ hoops here tonight.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. John Wall is out there with Johnson. Then it's Marquise Chris. Then it's Alex Len.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Moncrief, following that last three-pointer by Denver. To the wing on the left. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And it's off from three-point range. Defended by Kuzma. And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 5.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Moncrief, no good.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Wall looking over the floor. Back to Johnson. The Nuggets need to get one up. And again, Denver with a 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A., guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece. And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Whew, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
And there are the Nuggets with another bucket.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Counted from distance.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Wall. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
Moncrief, the pass to Kuzma. Out to the wing. Here's Duncan. And from 16 feet away, he cans it.
Yeah, Kuzma has gotten pretty good at this, spotting those open guys who are prepared to shoot.
Ball for 3. The Thunder with the rebound and going against Denver, their first meeting on the year.
This team downed them in last year's conference finals, ultimately ending their championship dreams.
Yeah, a bitter pill to swallow, too. You face that team again, that's always, not just in the back of your head, it's in the front of your mind, too. Getting a win would be some kind of consolation.
Here's Cheeks. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Baseline J. And there's another one for the Thunder.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Here's Wall. Still no points. Left side, Johnson. Back to Wall. 6 to shoot. Inside, Len. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Thunder trail by 6. Here's Cheeks. Lets it go from deep. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
This one for 3. The rebound by Duncan.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Henson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game now.
You know, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Now here's Johnson. And David Adelman wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He told me there's no real way to stop Nikola Jokic. He can score on anyone, and when you try to double him, he dissects you with his passing, which is arguably his most dangerous trait. Coach continued, you can pick your poison with Joker, but either way, you are getting poisoned. PA, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Cheeks. He's scoreless. 5 to shoot. Sends it home from three-point land.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Johnson. Here's Hudson. Here's Lynn. And miss after miss right now. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for Oklahoma City. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home. Keeping their cool and making quality shots.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
So it's Denver now, following the bucket by the Thunder. Pass to Hudson. Fires the three. Rebounded by Kuzma. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Cheeks. To the inside. Henson. Can't cash it in from close range. For Denver, they've got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter here. Lynn can't hit. Oklahoma City's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Out left to the wing. Here's Cheeks. And he can't get that one. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Thunder. They lead by... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Thunder?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
On the court right now for the Nuggets, we've got Domantas Sabonis, and it's Robinson in at the 4. Richardson, the pass to Sabonis. Missed inside.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Pass to Washington. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. For 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And here's Richardson. Christie with a steal. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Duncan nails the baby hook. And it's a 9-point Oklahoma City lead.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Oklahoma City has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Oh, stolen by Richardson. And Denver pushing it up now. Here's Hudson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Sabonis. So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So both teams changing it up here. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Pass to Moncrief. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Denver with a rebound. Len's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now Davis. Here's Hudson. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Lynn. Parrish with a rebound.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
Here's Moncrief. Washington right side. Pass to Moncrief from deep. The Thunder with another miss. Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Hudson on the wing. Davis. Here's Hudson. And he lobs it up top. Lynn is good. Lynn's got his second basket.
The defense lets him off the hook and gives up 2 points because of it.
Thunder leading by 7. Here's Moncrief. Yet to see a basket. Tries it from the top of the key. Lynn pulls it in. Lynn's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Hudson. Out to the right wing. Nice shot from the wing. He's got 15.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's Moncrief. Pass to Washington. Launches it. The shot no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now Chris. He's guarded by Washington. Washington grabs the miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here. Well, Clark, players sometimes talk about the game slowing down as they gain experience.
Well, it's the benefit of experience, understanding situations, having gone through various situations as you get more engaged in the league over time. The more you understand where you're supposed to be, usually you can get there on time or early, and you're more reactive versus thinking.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Denver. Here's Chris. No made baskets yet. Pass to Johnson. Outside wall. Picked by Sabonis. 6 on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Denver shooting their second and third free throws tonight. That free throw, no good.
At the line for the Nuggets,
He hits the second from the line. Here's Moncrief. Pass to Kuzma. Just 5 to shoot. Blocked! Outside wall. To the inside. And that'll be Denver's ball as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets able to keep possession here.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Prince is checked in for Denver.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one-of-a-kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
Johnson finds Prince. Oh, they get a hand on it. Covered by Johnson. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
And looking at their team scoring ranking, they finished 3rd overall, a clear indication that they trust each other and play for one another out there on the floor.
And as you said, a great year for them on the glass. They battled down low. Outside wall. Back to Johnson. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Moncrief. No points so far. to win the cold spell. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the second quarter. The three ball. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Right side Johnson. Oh, there's the alley. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. And the shot goes. And now a 6-point Thunder lead.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Oklahoma City ahead, up 6. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute.
I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course.
And moving things along. Thanks for joining us.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. They've got John Hinson. He's out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Duncan in at the 5. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. He buries it from 3. He's got 19.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Len. And he banks in the layup. Len's got 6 points.
You know, he's been fairly productive, but it's going to take more, either from him or somebody else.
The 3 is up. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Nuggets trail by 10. Outside Johnson. Ball for 3. On target from range. He's got 7.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to Duncan. Chris pulls down the board. Chris has got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Johnson. Back to Wall. There's the 3. Henson with a rebound. Thunder leading by 7. Pass to Moncrief. Over to the wing. Here's Duncan. Wall covering. And he gets that one. And the Thunder lead by 9.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face him. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. There's a screen by Lynn. Back to Wall. Pass to Johnson. He puts up a 3. The Thunder with the rebound. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you so much. LeBron James talked winning teams. He said to be successful, you got to have 1, possibly 2 stars, but at the end of the day, you have to have those soldiers around them. You got to have the supporting cast and the rest of those guys that are going to be ready to go. Guys?
A team effort. Allie LaForce with the report. Thanks, Allie. From outside, off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 9. And out of bounds, Denver will have it. Looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the NBA's top dime droppers last year. John Wall on top.
It was a virtuoso performance. They ran the offense through him time and time again.
Johnson with it. Ball for three. Sinks it from distance. Wall's got 6 in the quarter.
That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
And so Mark Degno will call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Pass to Moncrief. 6 on the shot clock. Wing shot on the way. Len pulls it in. Nuggets trail by 6. Johnson on the wing. Now Wall. From 18 feet away. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Wall's got 12 points. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Pass to Henson. Over Chris. Henson, shot is good. He has 6. So it's Denver now. Outside Wall. And he lobs it up to the rim. Henson with a rebound.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Knocks down the triple.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Here's Moncrief. Still without a bucket. He was all alone on that one.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
Outside Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. They swipe it. To the middle. The kick out to Kuzma. Shot clock at 5. From the top of the key. And it's Denver with a rebound. Len's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Wall. Back to Johnson. 3-pointer. The rebound by Duncan. Thunder leading by 6. Here's Moncrief. Puts up a 3. Len pulls it in. Len's got 11 rebounds in the game. Gets the 3 to fall. 21 points in the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Yep, that one goes.
Leading the charge. What a huge quarter for him.
Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Outside Wall. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
Well, once he gets on a roll, there isn't a lot you can do to slow him down.
The Thunder have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Kuzma, left side. Here's Moncrief. Wall covering. Beyond the arc. Sinks the tray. And the Thunder lead by 5.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
To the inside. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Oklahoma City ahead. They lead by 5. And when we return, we'll get... And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court right now for the Nuggets, we've got Domantas Sabonis, and it's Richardson in at the 2-guard spot. Sabonis can't hit.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Pass to Parrish. Here's Moncrief. Inside. And that one's good. Parrish.
Want to score in the NBA? picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Here's Hudson. Nails it from 3.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here's Moncrief. And it's Oklahoma City scoring again.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
From behind the arc. And again, Denver with a 3.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Harris, pass to Moncrief. The shot won't fall. Good D by Richardson.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
Down low, deflects the pass. Pass to Moncrief. Kuzma outside. Clock at 6. Back to Isaac. Tries it from 16. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Nuggets trail by 3. To the paint. And the layup is good off the glass. He has 29 now.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Dagnall had some words for his team over the last break. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops. Give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Allie, thank you.
Well, they're having a good half so far offensively, shooting over 50% from the field now, trying to close the gap.
Isaac left side. Kuzma outside. No good on the triple.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Denver moving it around. Pass to Wall. Chris the screen to tie it up. And it's Denver with another.
All of a sudden, he's balling. Halftime adjustments successful so far.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Kuzma for 3. Rebounded by Denver. Len's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Now here's Kuzma. Here's Moncrief. Isaac with a screen on Johnson. Down low. And here we go. The Nuggets on the fast break. Oh, some nice teamwork in transition. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnovers, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Number 27.
Here's Moncrief. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, can't hit the jumper.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
Outside Wall. Let's loose for 3. Ooh, the shot misses. Oklahoma City trailing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. And here is Kuzma.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Just 5 on the clock. Yes, sir! That one's good!
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now.
Tipped. Here's Moncrief. Wall covering. Another chance. And there's the layup. Good.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he plays with no fear, and he certainly knows how to put the ball in the basket. Hey, those and one plays can really be backbreakers in a close game.
Wall. Cleared away by Kuzma. Thunder leading by 3. 1:11 left in the game. 5 on the clock. Can't get it to go. And it's Wall with the ball for the Nuggets. Ooh, they pick off the pass. In transition, here they come. Kuzma down low. Len's there.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Oh, it's stolen. And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws right there now give them a little bit of breathing room.
With a teardrop. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Good on the first, and that brings him within 5. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Thunder in possession here. And an intentional foul right there. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that puts him up 5. Absolutely no room for error.
Everything has to almost fall perfectly for them to pull this out.
Denver calls timeout. 24 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
It's not easy to work the ball inside of this league, but they've done it all night.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he's unable to get the second one. Johnson outside. Takes a 3. Oh, the shot is off. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, it's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
So he can't get either to fall. And so it's the Thunder who come out on top here. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.